Okay, so now that we've done the tick box, what we need to do is create this slide over here. Let me go over to it actually. So we need to add in the character walking on the screen. We're about to there. So we've got the character walking on the screen, and then just some of this text and things like that. So actually, I made this video, but I forgot to put it into the course. For some reason, I've missed it out. And I've deleted it, it looks like, on my computer. So I have to create this again. But I'm going to show you how to do that like so. So what I'm also going to do is add in this complete project file that I've created of this iPad After Effects Genius course. So I'm going to add in this After Effects template. So you're about to download it next to this video. And you're about to go ahead and create, this into a video or however you want to use it. So yeah, so I'm going to add that into there. So make sure you download that. But what we're going to do is create this slide here. So I'm just going to go into it and show you. I've already created this already, but I'm going to show you how you can kind of create it yourself. So what we need to do is add in this character here. His name, I haven't named him properly, but you want to go ahead and grab the walking character that we created. And let me go and just grab it over here actually. So we're about to visit composition makeups, and I'm just going to grab them. So this one here, I'm going to create my own, I'm going to create it from scratch actually. So I'm going to delete all of these ones. Let's go ahead and delete these, and actually from about here, okay. Cool, so delete that, and this, I'll keep this guy. So you want to go ahead and grab your character, and what you want to do is create some position animations. So I'm just going to go and delete those. But once the logo pops off about this time here, you want the characters to start moving. So I've got this character over here, you're about to see him right now. And we've created those walking animations. But what we need to do now is actually position him so he starts walking. So first thing, position him off the slide, like so. Then select where you want him to start walking. So maybe he'll start walking about this point when this is kind of going down. So I'm going to click on him, hit P for position, and then click on the stopwatch, and then play it over maybe, let's have a look, I'll drag it in a bit longer, maybe about 2 seconds. So from about 9 till about 11. Simply hold down shift to drag in a straight line. He's gone a bit too far there, let's drag him back a little bit. Maybe about there, looks good. And let's have a look at this. It's going a little bit too slow, I think. Let's have a look again. Oh, that's quite good. But we want his legs to stop moving and start walking at the same time. So I think he starts walking about this point. So drag this across to that one there, and drag this across to about that point there. So let's have a look at this now. Okay, so you want him to finish at the same point. So just kind of play around with that so that he stops walking at the same time his legs starts moving. Let's have a look. Okay, about that point there. So I'm just going to drag these keyframes across. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so that's looking good. Okay, now what we're going to do is just create that text. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the text tool and simply click on here and just type in benefits of service. And you can go ahead and change up the text font however you like it. I'm going to use Signica, I think Signica. The one you can download it online. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger as well. Something like that. Grab the selection tool up here and position that, however you like, maybe in the middle or something like that. Grab the align panel, maybe put it like so. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, so now what we want to do is grab the tick box. So I'm going to go and grab the tick box that we created. If I can try and find this one. So let me just give me 1 sec. And there we are, tick box. I think it's this one here, yeah. So I'm going to grab this and simply place it on here. And what we want to do, because it's quite big, we want to make it a bit smaller. So hit S on the tick box, hit S for scale, and then just drag it down to make it smaller. Maybe something like 57 looks quite good, I think. Maybe even a little bit smaller. Let's say 50. So 50%. And it's looking quite good. I'll drag this benefit serves over a little bit actually. Okay, cool. So there's my first tick box. And the animation starts at 0 seconds. As you're about to see, we've got this animation starting at 0 seconds. So what we need to do is drag this over. So that when it kind of starts where you want it to start. So about this point, I guess. So the first animation starts about this point here. Okay, cool. Also, for this benefits of service text, we want it to start animating maybe about the same time, or just after he kind of walks on. So about or just when he kind of finishes walking, we'll put it about here. And I'm going to animate that. So what I want to do is go into effects and presets and animation presets, and I've downloaded these smooth text presets from videohive.net. So these are really cool because they have done for you text animations that you can use on your video. So I'm going to simply drop that down, and I'm going to use stretch in and just simply click and drop it on top of the text layer. Now whenever you drop the animation on the text layer, it will start animating from where the timeline indicator is at. So as you can see right now, it's animating it from this point, okay? So it's probably for benefit service, about once it starts animating, then bring the tick box over to that point, so about there, and we want to create the text for that. So let's say benefit of service number 1. Okay, cool. Control Enter, and what I'm going to do, grab the selection tool and just drag this across, and I'm going to make this text a little bit smaller as well. So let's just drag that down, maybe something like 83. Click on the selection tool and position that where we want it. Okay, cool. So I'm going to drag this a little bit across, kind of position it where I want. So it's looking quite good. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this text and I'm going to align it up with the tick box as well. So the tick box starts moving, animating, and we want this text to animate as well. So I'm going to go to effects and presets, and the one that I use is again in this smooth text animation presets pack called Swing In. And I want it to start swinging in maybe just when the tick starts animating on. So after the circle's kind of animated, let's bring this across. So what I'm going to do is drag the text layer to start about that point, and then grab the swing in and drop it on top of the text layer. Let's have a look at that. It's looking good. Cool, so that's basically how you do that, and you simply just want to duplicate all of these layers. So what I can do is select these two. So click on tick box 1 and then hold shift and click on benefit number 1, then hit Control D or Command D if you're on a Mac, and you'll duplicate these layers. Okay, so I'm going to click tick box and I'm going to bring it up above so that it's in line with these ones. And what I can do now is drag these and place them back a little bit further so they start after these ones animate. So that one animates on, like, let's have a look what we've done so far. So this kind of animates on. We've got a tick box going on and this swinging on, and then we've got the next ones. But what we need to do now is move them down because they're right in the same position. So click on these ones that we've duplicated and just simply click, hold down shift and drag it downwards, and you'll be able to see we've got this looking good, like so. So that kind of finishes, and then we've got the next one popping on like that. So that's how you do that. And you simply go ahead and add in your text. I'm going to change that up and hit number 2. And then again, once that one's finished animating, grab these two, Control D, and I'll move that tick box up underneath the third text layer, and I'll just drag those down again as well, like so, and then position it where you want to start, so about this point, I guess. Let's have a look. So yeah, so that's how you do that. Again, with the last one though, I'll just quickly show you how I change the color of those ones. It's pretty easy as well. We've got these ones coming on, and you kind of want to have them evenly spaced, the animations. You don't want it, this one's a bit too slow actually before it animates on. So what you can do is just drag them back a little bit so they start a bit earlier. Okay, so let's go ahead and duplicate those again. So Control D, drag the tick box up, and I'm going to move this one down for the final one, and I'm going to make this one darker. Okay, so to add in the different color on it, it's pretty simple. Just click on the tick box, right click, and then go to whereabouts is the effect, and then generate and fill. And what that does is it adds an overlay color on top. So you'll be able to see over here, it pops up. You can click over here and just drag, maybe a darker kind of color, just to add in a different effect, I guess. Then what you can do is simply click on the fill effect, Control C to copy it, and then click on benefit number 4, the one next to it, and you can simply Control V on top of that, and that will also add in that color as well. And again, we'll want to move these ones back a little bit so they start a bit later as well, like so. So that's how you create that kind of nice benefit slide effect. Jump on to the next video, And make sure you download these files this project file that I've got, so you can go through that if you want to use the video right away.